Hey, good morning. It is July 8th. Market opens in about 6 minutes. Quick little recap starting open yesterday morning, overnight open here. Obviously, big flush to the downside. Um, Spent a good chunk of time last night kind of reevaluating things, and honestly, like the last 2 days have just been atrocious for me. I think I took somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 trades the last 2 days. Not my style. Really getting away from what worked so well in June. So I need to have a day today where I can get back to doing what I was doing, which was really working the market hard and not really looking for trades. I was taking anywhere from 0 to 2, 3 trades a day early June, and then, like I said, I've taken somewhere in the neighborhoods of 20 uh, trades the last 2 days. 2 days ago I ended up profitable from it. Yesterday I lost. I didn't even add it up. I need to post a video, but it's like $500, 550 maybe. So, and not that it's about the money. That's not a big hit, but I just been so disciplined for so long, and then I just kind of let the wheels fall off a little the last 2 days. So today's gonna be all about patience and self-control and really working the market and finding the right setup. If the right setup comes in the first 5 minutes, I'm going to hit it. But I mean, I took long trades yesterday, and just looking at this illustration right here, when was the market long? Well, we had a nice push here, but there was no setup the way that I uh, uh, like to trade and what fits my rules. I've got a big, I got a minute chart. I use certain minute time frames to help me see the trend. The trend was never up yesterday. Price action. Um, so here's a low. Here's what looks like a higher low, but we don't get the higher high. Okay. Then we get another higher low, and then sure, there's the higher high. But then where's the nice setup with a nice push and a nice retracement setting up, that 61% extension fib that I like. There just isn't one. There's a ton to the downside, whole bunch of them, but I was chasing stuff that just wasn't there. I was taking trades so far out of my element as far as what I like to look for and trade as a trader. So, bit of a slap on the wrist for me the last couple days. Don't really understand why I did that. Um, Anyways, huge drop in the market. I shouldn't say huge drop, a really nice and needed drop in the market. We hit new highs yesterday morning at 884, and then this was a huge, nice ABC correction. We could be at the bottom. I marked two areas from some spots here, and I think here, I think the market could come back to these areas. These are just some areas. If it goes up, I'll look for some areas. Yeah, it's kind of what I see. Market will open in a few minutes. All right, here's the open. Volatility seems to be back. 173 contracts at the open here. 170. Be a little patient in the first few minutes when it says volatile. Let the market kind of get its orders in for the day and stuff. I had this area marked, but I'm going to get rid of that line because it doesn't seem to be reacting to it very much. I'm technically long biased right now. My minute chart tells me to look for longs based on EMA placement. Price action tells me to look for longs based on higher highs and higher lows. Possible resistance here. Like yesterday at this point, I was already looking for short trades. Just really trying to get into way too many trades. If you look at the macro trend, it's still down. So, excuse me. However, we've been long, so until I get a good push down, a good retracement, and make a lower low, a lower high, I'm not going to be looking for short trades. Again, trying to avoid some of the mistakes I've been making lately. Maybe overconfidence, I'm not sure. That was beautiful right there. I really want this to push lower though. Nope. Good reason why I did not take the trade, or didn't even look for the trade. This was a nice push. That's what do we got there? 615. Oh yeah, 90-point push or 80-point push there with a nice pullback, but this needed to break lower to for price action to tell us that we've got a lower low, lower high, lower low. Actually, this wouldn't be a lower low. This would be a low, lower high, boom, lower low, confirmed into a micro downtrend. Didn't happen. We're still pushing into an uptrend. If you look at our 20, it's a little bit more clear over here. Right? This would have been the push, pullback, break lower than this pivot. We could say that we're in at least a downtrend at that moment. But like I said, it just keeps pushing higher. So now we broke that little pre-market high. So I'm still looking for long trades at this particular moment. Yeah, there's no real divergence down. Like everything's kind of telling us up. Oops. Good 50 there. I got you on the wrong chart here. Did I have you on the wrong one? I did. I have these mixed up. This is the 20. I need to just leave it on one. Lots of chop this morning. Just 7 minutes in here. Target for this push is right there. Based on that push, that pullback, but this chop is not tradable. And push into target there. FOMC had their minutes out yesterday. I think that was why the afternoon was so active to the downside. What do we got today? Nothing really. Jobless claims at 8:30. Petroleum status report at 11. We'll be out of the market by then. Might be a 61 there. Or that's going to be deep 61 or 76. 76. Probably stay out of that. Unless I use that pivot, but I don't really like doing that. 215,000 contracts. So we're up, what were we? 170, I think. 45,000 contracts in the first 12 minutes. I would say there's some players back in the game here after kind of a slow 3 weeks. See what it does at the open here. Well, that's new lows since New York Open right there. That's overnight lows right there. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I froze up for a second there. Yeah. I had a big leg come in. Okay, we are back. Had some connection issues there. Market just keeps on ratcheting down. No way to trade this for me. You never know when it's going to pull back and take you out. Yeah, you might have the direction right, but nothing clean here yet today. Good day for me to work on my patience because there really hasn't been a setup that fits me. So we just touched yesterday's low here. I don't know if there's anything in the way of slowing this thing down or not. A little bit of divergence up. Nice push up here. I'm not convinced this is a pullback. But maybe we're going to see some sort of pullback to the open, good 50, and then a drop again. I am going to take a break here. We're at 25 minutes of market time. Another thing I've been getting real lax at is taking trade breaks and 25-minute breaks. So I shall be back. Alright, that's what I wanted to see. So we hit this overnight low. Big push, pullback push. So we are back to looking for long trades. We're back in an uptrend. See if this thing holds now. Be able to work this pivot right here. That bigger push that I showed you on the bigger chart still hasn't even hit its target yet. That'll be right there. Hmm. 61 still. It's getting awfully close to 76% pullback though. A little bit of divergence on this pivot. Obviously from this pivot, but I'm looking on an even bigger time frame, and from this pivot here, this one makes a slightly higher point, and it's a little bit lower on a different time frame. So something to watch, something to consider. Twenty's not ready yet for a trade. Now it is. Now I need to pull back here. Get things reset near the 50 here would be nice. I might have missed that one. Need that pullback. Ooh, wow. Didn't expect that kind of pullback. Oh, maybe I'm glad I didn't get in that one. odd volatility happening. And I'm just going to hang back. It come together. Where was that now? I can't even see it now. My entry chart. Pretty solid divergence between these two pivots on the bigger charts too. So but we're still making higher highs and still have higher lows. See if we break that pivot right there. This looks really good for a short trade, but not doing it. Right there, it looks good. See if this one pushes. To here. This is a gut feeling that it's going to go, that was a nice push-pull setup. However, I had two things telling me not to take that trade: trend and price action. It does push the target, which is fine. That's a trade I would have taken yesterday, but it's just outside my rules. Sometimes you can see them, but I gotta be better at being diligent. Now, if this one wants to go, this would be more inside my rules. But now price action tells me it's going to go up. Another reason why this trade is not good to take is this was just market needed to flush a little more before it was going to go back up, I think. A little bigger pullback than this. Divergence here. I'm not going to take a trade into that. I do think it's going to break it at some point and get up here, but that's too much of a guessing game for me. Nice short right here. No entry for it. I'm not going to take it, but I think there's a short coming. Just hasn't given us the right setup. Little pull on the 5 and push down right now. Beauty. That would be more of a price action. Just the fact that we hit this 3 times. Nice little push, pull back, trade setup right in here. Depending on your target, this would have just been 25 ticks for me. Oh yeah, 34, 35, so beauty. However, doesn't fit my game. Lots of trades I see that just don't, I haven't back tested them enough, that don't fit my style. And that's the kind of stuff I've been doing the last little while that I gotta get back to my basics, and it's not as fun, it's not as sexy, but it's more profitable for me. Again, everything's for me, right? It's everyone has their own way of doing this. There's no, I mean, if you can make money, you're not doing it the wrong way. Plain and simple. So many different ways to day trade and be successful at it. I'd like to get long right here. I don't know if there was enough room. I would have had to get in here, and things weren't just quite set here. But I don't. Is this the push that breaks this, or is this the push that doesn't even get to it? You know what I mean? All these other pushes have gotten to it, but it doesn't guarantee that this push will get to it. Yep. Good non-trade through there. It never got to it. So now we've had a low, a lower high with a lower low. Just a micro trend. Macro trend is still up on the day. The big trend is still down. Trend for the day is up. Everything's been higher highs except for this quick rip here, but then everything's been back to higher highs. Running into a bit of a, of course I wasn't doing that on this page. Everything's been higher highs except for this quick rip, and then everything's been higher highs again, but we're definitely running into some resistance here. So is that it for up today, and we're going to be back in the downward trend? It's looking like that's very possible. If I got the right pullback here, I would look for a short. We've moved about 40 points. like to see more than that. I wanted to see pull back into at least 38 there. We're hitting some resistance here now. All these pivots through here. Okay, we broke through that resistance. Let's see what it does at the open here. Just gonna throw it on pause here and I'll come back if there's anything worth looking at. Okay, we got the pullback. It's just touching a 61. Extension target would be, these would probably be the two areas that I'd look for. This pivot, and this is that fib target that I like. Everything about looks good here. Holy. Wow. All right then. So much for that idea. Kind of like what happened earlier. Big flush to the downside. It looks like a pullback, and then it just boom, 1-2 upside. This is still in play too. Gotta remember that. It should be just over 100% now, probably 138. And pushing, wow. Crazy. Good push. Not expecting that at all. And there's no news right now, so I don't know what's pushing this. But it is on a mission. Oops. Not sure what that was all about. Okay, we just broke through that old zone there. Not too sure what this means. Probably making higher highs. Yeah, wow. Crazy. Yeah, that line actually means nothing now. Some divergence here. Could pop from here. You can see a little bit of an Elliott wave cycle happening. Possibly. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, E, 4, up to a 5 here. So 161 push. Yeah, I could see it. Okay, well, I shall give up on that idea. Nice little head and shoulders here. Just not getting any good confluence today either way. been perfect for me though. I've been at the market an hour. No trades. In hindsight, I really like this one. It happened quick though. And I was looking for shorts, right? I was looking for this to be a pullback to go down, and then I was looking for a setup here to go short, and then all of a sudden it happened quick. But what I like about this is high, high or low. We break it to make a higher high with an immediate pullback. We could have taken it, and we were still macro long. So really nice in a lot of ways. I like that as well, but I never got a pullback on the 5. I'm gonna get a pullback here. A little more. Oh boy. Late. Way late. And it's sitting here now. I don't know about this one. Taking risk off the table. Unfortunately, that trade did not work out. I was trying to get I thought it was going to go to that 61.76. And I unfortunately, my trailing drawdown did not like that trade because I gave up about 28 ticks on that trade, which is never good. But I was into this trade for 26 ticks. My target was set at, I think, 29. Tough luck. Tough luck continues. That was a good trade. I got filled really late. I got filled really, really late. Read it right and everything. And then in hindsight, this was an even better setup. And it ran out. Well, I did my job. A little disappointed. But, you know, if I get back to taking those kinds of trades, it's going to work out. But I do need to take a break because I just took a trade and that's something I've not been doing. So I am definitely taking a break. I'll be back. All right. I'm back again here. Just looking at this trade, I got hit pretty hard on my slip there because I had my stop, if I remember correctly, to break even. And I got slipped, I guess just from 5.5. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. 3 ticks. That's a lot though. Okay, we're back looking for longs here too. Gut tells me this thing wants to go down again. But that does not say down. See if this holds here. Bit of a trend line drawn. I don't know if it means anything or not, but seems to be holding. See how much of a push we get here. My gut tells me it's just going to keep dropping here. Okay, I'm just going to pause it. This video is getting long. I'm probably not going to be here much longer, but I'm going to I'll come back if there's anything good. Okay, here's what I got going on. Nice pennant formed here. Really like to see a pullback into open slash pennant. maybe somewhere in there. So any of these pullbacks would work. I'm just going to get rid of this. Even here would be fine. Pull back anywhere in this area here would be wonderful. Shoot. Shit, I missed that pivot. Oops. It did pull back to it. Damn. To extend it on the 20, we really need a bigger pullback here. It's getting a little better. A little better. Come on, a little more. Go a little more. And that's much better. Now it's pulled back. That's right at the I'm losing it here. That's right at the pennant right now. Now it's back in the pennant. Be a good place for it to drop. I'm really struggling to read the market today. Show you what I mean here. That's what I wanted back here, a little pullback to go short, but maybe it needed a bigger push. Or maybe it'll get right back in it. I don't know. I do not know. Kind of move is that? 61. Now it just looks like it wants to pop up again. It's not making much sense. Well, I missed you on a trade here. I'll show you on the smaller chart. That would be the bigger chart. Well, let me show you there. So we dropped below. We were looking for shorts. So we got back in. 20 seems to be such a level today. 620. Hit it here. Pulled back to it here. Pivot here. Here. I don't know. 20s. 20 was the number today. So I just about entered here. I didn't really like the way things looked. When it pulled back again, so it it touched 23 times. I went long. I just about got stopped here. What was I? 13 ticks into my stop. I guess I wasn't that close. And then I actually I shrunk my target from 30 back to, I don't know, 17 or something. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Yeah, 17 ticks. I just didn't know if it had the push. I should have left it alone, but in hindsight, trading's easy, so it doesn't work that way. Anyways, the market is really grinded down here, so I am going to shut her down. $70 before commission. Once break even trade earlier. Where was that? Right here. Break even, but in reality, I lost 3 ticks. And then not quite full trade here. Happier with my performance today. I corrected a lot of things that I needed to correct. Choppy, pushy market today. It was kind of a weird market, for sure it was. I don't really know how to describe it. Lots of movement. If you just like straight up volatility and movement, you got it. Huge range, lots of movement. I guess I prefer trending market. Have never really figured out how to trade this. I know that if I used a much bigger stop, I feel like I could be successful trading these ranging markets like today. But I've never been able to back test it properly, comfortably, I should say. There's just lots of reasons why it doesn't work for me. So I'm better off to just, when it's doing this, I need to shrink my target, which I didn't today. I had a 30 tick target. I should have went to my 25. Had I had my 25 tick target, this trade would have worked. I think it went 27. It's because the moves were big and I talked myself into using my bigger target. But in reality, it was a beautiful day. Lots of volatility, nice range. But the range was what should have kept me into smaller trades, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, that's it for today. Be back tomorrow. Have a good one.